Hey guys, this is Steven from Real Anime Training. Today we're going to do something that I really like. It's called Super Saiyan stretches. They are stretches based on movements in Dragon Ball Z. So the first one we're going to do is the Kamehameha. The Kamehameha, we're going to have 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. You're going to get a little bit into a lunge here, just a tiny lunge so you can stretch the hip flexor. Then we're going to come up as high as you can. I'm going to do this from the side so you can see it too. As high as you can over your head, and then back down here. And what we're going to do is we're going to come around in that same motion. So we're going to start here and come up, and then down, and then we're going to twist. So you've got some stretch here, and you're going to get some stretch in the adductors in the side of the inside of the hip here. So it's going to come here, and then we're going to twist back and reach and get back into that lunge. We do it from the side here. We're going to get back into that lunge. We're going to go up on the side of the leg that's forward and down on the side of the leg is down or back. We're going to come around, trying to really squeeze the scapula together, squeeze the shoulder blades together the whole time. And then we're going to come, so you've got the reverse motion here, down, twist. So you can keep this leg forward here, you can keep the foot forward, or as you twist you can shift back into it a little bit. It's going to give you a little bit of different stretch there, but those movements from that forward lunge to coming back into this side lunge a little bit, you're going to stretch the inside of your hips with your adductors just a little bit different on each side. So as it's forward, it's going to be more here, and then as we shift back, it's going to be more in the front, this adductor here. Okay, you can do that on both sides. Make sure on the side that the leg is in front, hand's going to be up top, and the side that the leg is in back, hand's going to be at the bottom. Shift, down, twist, and back. Okay, so something else you can do is a stretch. You can take your fingers and stretch them out there. So obviously this is just mimicking the Kamehameha for a stretching purpose. You could get really deep into it to try to get a really deep hip flexor stretch. So it would be the same thing here. Shift, and then forward. Okay? So that's kind of like yoga and the Kamehameha combined. So these particular movements are good if you have issues with your shoulder flexibility or your thoracic spine and your upper back. So if you have difficulty pulling back, or if you have difficulty getting your hand up here, because I know a lot of people that have shoulder injuries have difficulty getting their hand back, getting in that position and trying to hold it and really trying to squeeze the shoulder blades together is something that's going to help with that, especially as we move it through this range of motion here. We go from top to bottom. That particular movement is going to make sure that we keep healthy shoulders, because a lot of times when we're doing pushing, we get so used to pushing that we're not doing any retraction of the scapula, and we're not pulling the arm back as far as it needs to be able to go. So we end up with this rounded posture, and that's not very good in anything that we want to be able to do. So we're going to hit with the rounded posture, pull forward. It's going to affect the rest of our movements, and it's going to cause tight chest. It's going to cause pain in the back. Just going to open the chest up and make sure that we can stretch out that chest a little bit, squeeze the shoulder blades together nice and strong. If you have tight hips, if your squat's hurting because you have tight hips, or if you are seated a lot, this lunge position is going to be really important for you to work into, just because when your hip flexors are tight, it affects everything. And one of the things that if you've ever had tight hip flexors, when you go to squat, when you come out of the bottom and you get that sharp pain, that's not fun. So make sure that you take the time to stretch out your hip flexors with this lunge movement. If you're going to use this, I would probably use it as a warm-up or specific mobility purposes. I would maybe do 3 to 5 run-throughs on each side just to warm up or get loose. And then you could actually use it as specific mobility, maybe run through it for about 10 or 15 minutes. And you're going to really feel a difference in how your shoulders feel and how your hips feel. Thanks for watching this first Super Saiyan stretch video, guys. We got a couple more coming, specifically the final flash and the Masenko. If you have any more requests for mobility work, please let me know and I'd be happy to work on that for you. May not necessarily be in the form of Super Saiyan stretches, but if you do like the video, please like, share, and subscribe. And thank you very much for watching. Until next time, good luck and train hard.